G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, one of the handiest gadgets in the workshop is this thing. It's a magnetic gizmo for picking up stuff, and you can bend it in all shapes, and it's good. They're not very expensive, but they're super handy for picking up stuff, you know. For instance, you know, pick up a washer or small screw or whatever you want. Quite good. And the other thought I had before that was one of these, which has got like grips. So provided you can get onto it, you can grip stuff with it, you know. So they're okay, but the magnetic ones are better. But of course these will do non-magnetic stuff. They've both got their place in the workshop. Very happy with them both. Anyway, the other day I was pulling apart an old relay thing out of a washing machine, and when I opened it up and got it, you know, I was getting out the screws and I saved all that stuff. Anyway, there was two little magnetic wheels, sort of gearbox thing, and yeah, handy, you know, powerful enough to pick up a washer. And I thought, oh, you know, very interesting. And then I was looking at this and I thought, you know, you've got to bend down to pick up stuff off the floor, and I'm not getting any younger. And sometimes you've got to poke in amongst machinery and odds and sods, and it's not long enough or it's awkward. And I thought, I could use one of these to make up a long version of this, or this. Well, this one's flexible too. Anyway, I haven't got a spring like that, but I've got a piece of 5mm rod, and I've got to take a heap of it, and I thought I might just make a rigid one, and I think I'll use the small one, and that way it's big enough to pick up stuff, but small enough to get into places. So that's today's project. Quick and dirty little project. This is the rod I'll use. It's just some stuff I don't know, I got a ton of this. I don't know where I bought it from. Garage sale, I suppose. Anyway, all you got to do is cut a thread on the end, drill that, tap a thread in it, screw it on, and you're good to go. And then you can put a handle on it if you want, or just a hook or something, you know, and probably just bend it over and put a hook on the end. Anyway, we'll fit the magnet on for now. First off, we'll grind a chamfer on this so it'll start easier. We can always shorten the point after. I've padded the jaws. We don't mark stuff. These little tin pads are all you want. They're not heavy gauge, but they're enough to stop the crosshatch pattern on the jaws from marking your job. Good enough. Alright, now with these dies, of course, the side with the letters on is where you start with. And you notice that there's a tapered effect. That's the back and that's the front, so they feed in from this side. Alright. The only thing wrong with these little dies is that they're hard to start because they don't have a very good lead-in angle. They're all the same, no matter who makes them. You find a jerking motion will get them to bite in a bit better, just to get them going. Well, I've switched from this boxy little thing to my homemade big one here, and you can get more weight, more pressure, more controllability on it. I just machined this up years ago out of some junk, and this does it a lot easier on your hands as well. I'll give it a bit of On the old lube. Got to have some lube, everybody knows that. Otherwise, yeah, things can get a bit tight. Okay. I'm just using solid wool machine oil. I gave up buying the dedicated threading oil years ago when mine ran out. Make sure that's tight enough. It does the job fine. I mean, any oil is better than no oil, I suppose. Okay. So yeah, if you've got a cap and die set, it doesn't have to be a big expensive one, just one of these cheapy little things like I had in my workshop for years and years and years. Does the job. I might go a little bit more, I can always grind that back. But there too much thread and not enough. Once again, if you haven't got taps and dies, you're stuffed. You can't do these sort of jobs. I could have done this in the lathe, but you don't need the lathe. You just do it in the vise with some padding on the jaws and make sure that it's not slipping. Alright, so now we've got to drill the hole, and look in my trusty folder, which is where all my technical shit in here. 5mm, 4.3mm hole. Okay. So 4.3, you can go 4.5 because most people won't have a 4.3. I've got a 4.3, but you could use 4.5. It would still do the job okay. It's not going to be a lot of pressure on this thing, so, and I'll probably Loctite the thing on anyway. Alright, 4.5. Now, one thing I always have ready to go is a centre drill. You use them all the time. So I've got a drill chuck. I mean, I do use collets, but I use a drill chuck for this. It's a Jacobs type thing, and we can just do the basics with it. Just to start it. Yeah, piece of tape. Just doing it with an intermediate. I think we've got a problem here. I think that nylon didn't thread very well. I might have to, who did it? Yeah. No bloody good. Okay, we'll have to turn to plan B on this. So you can't tap a thread in this plastic rubbish. So what we'll do is we'll just put a nut on here and a washer, and then we'll hang on, let's have a look. A bit of epoxy is probably all you'll want. I think we just glue it on, so stuffing around. You don't want a nut on the end because it's going to stick out and be in the way. So there you go. Some of these jobs you just have to, you know, wing it and just do whatever's going to work for you. So we will wing it. Alright, we've got a plan C. We use this stuff. It's a quick grip type thing. And it's pretty good stuff actually. It dries pretty quick. Sticks to most things. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we just wait a few minutes, let it cure. That's not too bad. Oh, well, there you go. Job done. It's a good long length compared to the old original one. This one's flexible, as I said, but this one, the new one's not. But that won't matter because 90% of the time I never ever bent that thing, so being fixed will be quite alright. We'll try her out. Yeah, picked them all up, no problem. Does the job. Well, there you have it. A simple little project that you just make out of whatever's laying around. I mean, there's really no such thing as junk. Everything's recyclable to some extent, and yeah, in this case, yeah. Super handy item for the workshop. Why spend your cold hard cash when you can make one up dead easy? It's a no-brainer really. Alright, that's it for me. Hope you found it interesting, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.